What's up, everybody? Welcome to Why We Love Horror Trivia. We are entering the second round of the Why We Love Horror Teams tournament. But before we get to that, I'm John Maher. That is my co-host, Aaron Brooks, and I got to change that opening. I got to give you credit.
No, we are John Maher. That's correct. We are.
No, he writes, he hosts, he's here. He does it. He spells. He does it. He does it all. He spells. He checks his spelling. Everything you can want in a writer, he does it. But we are moving into round number 2 of this teams tournament. We got A23, Jordan Pierce Owens, and Schae Rodriguez going up against the Crazed Buttstabbers, Zach Messinger, and Dylan Vanthuyne. What are your thoughts coming into this, Aaron?
I mean, we have 2 excellently named teams where both teammates contributed to team names, which is great. I always like to get that out of the way. But very good match here. I really love seeing new players in this league. It's one of my favorite parts about this league. If you're familiar with kind of this weird corner of the internet, as Jeremy Potters refers to it. And I'm referring to Schae, who with JPO, they're a very good team and have definitely a unique set of skills, which is all you need in this league, really, to move forward. And then Dylan and Zach, I know them both very well. And the Crazed Buttstabbers, I mean, CBS, as they're referred to around here, very good team as well. So I'm excited to see how they do with these questions, which I spelled them all correctly.
Yes, so let's bring in these teams, starting with the team where both players did contribute to the name of this team. The Crazed Buttstabbers, Dylan Vanthuyne, Zach Messinger. How you guys doing this evening?
I'm doing good. I'm ready to lock in. 1, because JPO and Schae, they are definitely no joke, and 2, because the categories are kind of broad. So I'm just ready to lock in.
Yeah, it should be a fun one. Yeah, I saw their match. They played really, really well. Also glad that JPO is here, so I can thank him personally for breaking up with his last team, because that means that we are technically undefeated against the active teams roster. So shout out to Skeet Ulrich. I think that was their last team.
Yeah, there's
rest in peace. You can thank me for that in a way too.
Yeah, Aaron retired that team, and then JPO returned to favor elsewhere. We will bring in your opponents right now. A23, Jordan Pierce Owens, Schae Rodriguez. How are you two doing today?
Oh, just dandy. I've been here before. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna stab some butts. We got this, Schae.
Yes, we do.
Any other comments before we jump into this, JPO? I don't want to cut you short. I know you love talking.
No, I'm a man of very few words here. RIP to my old partner, but we're on to other things now, and we got this now. Like I said, 2 times. I'm taking you down, Dylan. We may be partners in another league, but here we're enemies. Grr, rar, arg.
All right. Well, today we're talking about teams matches. 3 rounds of horror trivia. Round number 1 is the whiteboard round. Prior to the match, both teams submitted 4 categories. The round will consist of 8 questions from those chosen categories being asked in the order they were drafted. After each question is read, all contestants will have 15 seconds to write their answers on their whiteboards. Time will then be called. Pens will be put down. Players called upon, they can turn their board around, show their answer, say their answer. Correct answers are worth a point. No penalty for wrong answers. For the duration of the match, both teams have 4 repeats and 1 challenge to use at their discretion. Any questions before we get started?
Good.
All right, question number 1. In the Scream franchise, in the commentary videos Richie watches for Stab 8, as seen in Scream 2022, a gold-masked ghost face is seen using what uncharacteristic weapon?
Scream, have you
First time anybody's picked it, so these are some easy questions.
Heard it's such a strength. If anybody ever complains about the questions, maybe don't pick the category.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with JPO.
Oh, this is the speed round, so I wrote tiny. Flamethrower.
And Dylan.
Said gun.
And Schae.
Flamethrower.
And Zach.
Flamethrower.
He is using a flamethrower in that thing they say. A23 jumped out to the early lead, and Aaron will read you your next question.
All right, question number 2. In shark movies, what is the subtitle of the second 47 Meters Down movie?
I haven't seen either of these, but it just hasn't come up. It just hasn't come up yet.
You're not missing much.
Yeah, I figured as much. I've seen so many shark movies.
I haven't seen a lot of these movies. in the Shrek franchise.
Didn't even the first one only get in theaters because they were like, "Oh shit, people might like sharks."
The second one.
All right. Crosstalk. 5, 4, 3. Walked all over my joke. 2, 1. I said Shrek, not shark movies.
We
all right.
get it.
Down. Walked all over my joke. JPO. Dylan.
Uncaged.
All right, and Schae.
I just put way down.
All right, I like that more than the title. Zach.
Uncaged.
And JPO. Joke.
Uncaged.
Joke stopper. We're tied up.
Waka waka
is correct.
JPO is a professional comedian. He can do whatever he wants. Let's go with the supernatural movies. Jack Clayton's classic film, The Innocents, came out in what year?
Oh, yes.
I did change this question. Not that Aaron wrote a bad question. There's just so many movies called The Innocents. So
I'm hoping I didn't. I was hoping I didn't write like the year in the blank. The Innocents. What year did it come out? That would be funny.
Yeah, not to be confused with the Norwegian film The Innocents, which is really good. But
wrote a lot of these questions in front of Zach's father today. Fun fact.
Down. We'll start with Schae.
I don't know this one, so I didn't.
Did you write a year?
No, I didn't write a year. I couldn't think of anything.
All right, Zach.
I just guessed 1980.
And JPO.
Yeah, I also never heard of it. I thought 73 sounded cool.
And Dylan.
I've heard of it. I'm bad at release dates though. 61.
Yes.
Dylan, bad at it, but nailing it. 1961 is correct.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
Takes the lead 4-3.
Take it away.
Question. All right. Craig over James 1. How does Dalton hurt himself at the beginning of Insidious when he's going up to the attic? But as I was saying, wrote these questions for Zach and I guess I should say Abby's father, my father-in-law, Daryl. Shout out to Daryl who's watching. Loyal viewer.
Hey, Daryl, what's up?
5, 4,
Good.
3. I think you met him at the wedding. 2.
I met everybody at the wedding.
All right. Pens down. Schae.
I put falls off the ladder.
All right. Zach.
I think he hit his head on the low ceiling going up to the attic.
All right. JPO.
That's exactly what Schae said.
All right. And Dylan.
This might be too vague. I just said falls, but I'm probably wrong anyways.
So he falls and hits his head. It's totally up to you.
What did you say, Zach?
I said
hits his head. So falls definitely counts. You definitely have 3 of the. I just don't know if you would count hits. He said a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't written on the board. He does fall and hit his head, but I would say falls counts. I would count 1 for Crazed Buttstabbers, but it's up to you.
I agree with Aaron.
John.
I think the answer we're looking for was fall.
Yeah.
Right. If CBS wants to
that's
challenge
okay.
that, we're more than welcome to review the clip.
Okay, so we're going to count as 1 for CBS.
Challenge.
You're challenging? Okay.
Nah, whatever.
Challenge for us.
Okay, so it's tied up at 5.
Yeah, we're good.
all right.
So
Is that-
1.
Yeah, that is correct. Moving on to question number 5 in the 2010s. Name 2 Marco Beltrami scored movies released in the 2010s. Homeboy's busy, and he's been busy for a long time.
I think this is a fair question. 1, because I wrote it. 2, because this man is brought up in every single match, right or wrong.
He's always around. 5.
When in doubt, Beltrami it out.
Repeat.
That is the first repeat for the Crazed Buttstabbers. Name 2 Marco Beltrami scored movies released in the 2010s.
And also, if you do, not know the answer to this, you should really pay attention after when we go over the movies. So you just have that in your mind for the rest of the time.
Yeah, we're going to drop some knowledge on you when we get the answers.
Because it's more than 2 movies here you can write. So, all right, enough clues from me.
2, 1. Even though we skipped Zach last time, we're going to go back up to JPO for
right.
this question 5. What's up, JPO?
Drive Me to Hell and what did I say? Friday Night.
Driving up Friday. Okay. Dylan
A Quiet Place and Scream 4.
and Schae.
I put Scream 4, but I couldn't think of what the other one would be.
And Zach.
I put The Woman in Black and A Quiet Place.
Okay, I believe
Nope,
I don't think you included a Quiet Place in these answers, but I'm pretty sure.
No, Quiet Places. I left out, but it is included.
Okay. All right, so then we will count Zach. Zach and Dylan are correct. The movies you could have said are A Quiet Place, Scream 4, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, Velvet Buzzsaw, Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile, Little Evil, The Shallows, The Woman in Black, Angel of Death, Carrie, World War Z, Warm Bodies, Scream 4, The Thing prequel, and My Soul to Take. He scored all.
This man is busy.
He really was busy. Yeah.
Wow.
So A23
Could have known Scary Stories because I actually listen to that soundtrack quite frequently.
Yep.
CBS taking a 7.
That's a very valuable answer there for everybody who plays in the league. They should go back and listen to that answer.
Yeah, just take that sound clip out and listen to it every night before you go to sleep. Here you go, Aaron.
Question number 6, Phantasm. In the Phantasm series, what color is the tall man's blood? I would have known this one. I've only seen the first one. I didn't like it as much as I'm supposed to. Sorry.
That's all. If you saw the first one, you know the answer to this question.
No, which I said I did. I do know
because he bleeds a fuck ton in that one.
Yeah, he does bleed a lot. It was all right. It's just I wanted to like it more, but it didn't work out for me. I'm in the middle of street trash right now, though. 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dylan.
Yellow.
All right, and Schae.
I put green. I've never seen that movie before.
All right, and Zach.
I said blue.
And JPO.
I said green.
It is yellow. It was all yellow. Coldplay tried to tell you all.
Your next to last question in psychological thrillers. What state, U.S. state, does the Mothman prophecies primarily take place in?
Not what mental state.
Yeah, and not what Mexican state. If you put Chihuahua or anything like that, you're wrong. I need a U.S. state.
This was definitely a movie that I watched after many years of hearing. It's way better than you would have thought it was. And no, it was about as good as I thought it was. It was fine.
3, 2, 1. Schae, what state is this in?
I put Iowa.
And Zach.
I put Delaware.
And JPO.
In Mexico.
And Dylan.
Said New York.
Nobody's right. I think Zach's the closest. West Virginia. Virginia. And
all right.
Aaron's already doing their final question.
No perfect rounds here. 8th and final question. Directors. How many directors have directed a movie in the Scary Movie franchise? This is supposedly coming back.
Sure.
Good idea. Sure.
Remains to be seen. It could be good. It has been good, so it could be good. We shall see.
Yeah, I think they should probably leave it dead.
5.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to count down.
2.
My mom texted me.
We'll go over to Zach.
I put 3.
And JPO.
3.
And Dylan.
3.
And Schae.
I put 4.
3 is the correct answer. So at the end of round number 1, I have the Crazed Buttstabbers in the lead 10-6 as we go into round number 2, which is our wheel round. All 8 categories from round 1, they're on a wheel now. Teams will spin the wheel. Team in the league can choose whether they want to go first or defer, but whoever spins, they're going to spin the wheel. Category can be landed on. They can take that category, or they can respin if they want to. So if you take the first category or forced to take the second category, you're going to get 5 questions in that category or 2 points apiece. You don't know the answer right away, you can check down the multiple choice. We'll give you some multiple choice options. Then the question becomes worth 1 point. Make sure you say final answer when you give your answer so I know it's your answer. And in the event if any incorrect answer is given, look out. Your opponent can steal. So when we bring in the wheel, we'll go over the categories we got today. Categories in the wheel today: the Scream franchise, Shark movies, Supernatural, James Wan directed, the 2010s, the Phantasm franchise, psychological thrillers, and directors. Dylan and Zach, you're in the lead. Do you want to spin first or defer?
What are you thinking, Dylan?
In scenarios like this, I typically like to go second. Yeah, go second because it's not that big of a lead. So I think we just let them go. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Okay, JPO and Schae, here's your first spin. And you get directed by James Wan. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
How do you feel about James Wan?
I could keep it. I know a lot of his work, so I could keep it.
All right, let's keep it.
All right. Then we'll put the wheel backstage for a moment, and we'll talk about James Wan. Aaron, you want to ask James Wan, or you want me to ask that question?
I'm gonna let you ask these. I'm hoping to get to Phantasm.
All right. JPO Schae, here's your first question in James Wan. Why isn't Adam able to shoot Jigsaw at the end of Saw?
The gun's empty. What do you think?
I think we should.
Repeat.
Yeah.
That's your first repeat. Why isn't Adam able to shoot Jigsaw at the end of Saw?
You want your multiple choice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drop down multiple choice.
A, the gun is out of bullets. B, Jigsaw activates his shock collar. C, Zepp has fallen on top of him. Or D, he passes out from blood loss.
So A is what I was thinking, but I'm not like dead set on it. Are you thinking anything else? 'Cause I feel like he has it, doesn't he? Doesn't he try?
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing in my head as I'm like picturing it is he's out of the bullets, but I'm not sure.
You got to shoot it. A, final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1 point steal. Is it A, the gun is out of bullets? B, Jigsaw activates his shock collar. C, Zepp has fallen on top of him. Or D, he passes out from blood loss.
It's B. It's B. I'm
That's
positive.
what I thought too. Yeah, go for it.
Yep. B. Final answer.
That is correct. He shocks the shit out of him. That's correct.
Yep.
Good job.
Your second question. Who plays Madison when she's shown as a child in flashbacks in Malignant?
Oh, I should have used multiple choice on this one because I know the actress's face, but I cannot remember her name.
I'm saying we can do multiple choice again, so you think you'll see it. Multiple
Yeah.
choice.
Multiple choice?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Is it A, Daphne Keene, B, McKenna Grace, C, Lulu Wilson, or D, Kylie Rogers?
It's definitely not McKenna Grace. I know that.
I don't think it's A or B. It's not Wolverine and it's not McKenna. So I'm tied between C and D.
I'm thinking it's Kylie because I don't think it was
If
Lulu
it-
either.
If you're leaning towards one, yeah, lean towards D. Then I'd go for it. Shoot it.
I'm gonna go with D. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1 point steal. Is it A, Daphne Keene, B, McKenna Grace, C, Lulu Wilson, or D, Kylie Rogers?
It's McKenna Grace.
That's what I thought it was McKenna Grace. Yeah.
Yep. McKenna Grace. Final answer.
That is correct for the 1 point
Oh,
steal.
we're trying to trick you. So through our ruse.
Your
Definitely
third,
thought for a second after you said that I was thinking different character. Sorry, go on.
we got your third question in James Wan. The Zoe trope Ed takes at the end of The Conjuring 2 belonged to which member of the Hodgson family?
Is that the Zoe trope is like an artifact, right?
I'd imagine that's what he's leaning towards. Yeah,
Well, I don't know what the word Zoe trope means. That's why I was.
that's what I'm saying. But I mean, like,
That's what I don't know what that word means. The artifact that takes which member of the Hodgson family?
5, 4, 3.
Is it the
multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice answers. A, Peggy. B,
Oh, you want the
Johnny.
name too.
C,
Jesus.
Janet, or D,
I just thought you wanted brother or sister. All right, well, pick a name. What sounds good to you?
I'm pretty sure. Oh my goodness! Oh, there's two guys' names on there. I don't know why I misread that one name. You think Johnny maybe?
I don't have a lean, so go for it.
All right. B. Final answer.
It is Johnny's Zoe trope. The
Hey,
zoetrope is
got
the
one.
thing when it has a light in it, and when you spin it, it makes a little cartoon on the wall.
Yeah, I wasn't sure
Okay.
exactly what the name of that was,
Okay.
but I knew what
I
you
was
were talking
picking-
about. But I
I
was
was
like,
picturing this
that's why I
question.
said artifact. But yeah, I was like, I don't know exactly if that's the name for it. But yeah, okay.
Your penultimate question, as the kids say. In the opening scene of Insidious Chapter 2, Elise suffers a wound to what part of her body?
Can I do multiple choice again?
Multiple choice, baby.
Yeah, multiple choice.
A, her leg, B, her face, C, her arm, or D, her back?
Leaning towards anything? Most of these are
I was like, I have not seen Insidious 2 in like 10 years. So,
4, 3.
I'm gonna say B.
A.
Final answer.
B, final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, her leg, B, her face, C, her arm, or D, her back?
I haven't seen this one in a while myself. I want to say arm. That's what I was thinking.
I'm good with that. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Arm. Final answer.
That is correct for a 1-point steal.
All right.
And your final question in James 1. For how many movies has Charlie Clouser composed the score for James 1?
So 3 was right before. I don't know. It wasn't. I was directing. Okay.
I don't know composers, though. Yeah, I was like, I don't know composers, though.
I wouldn't. Well, they could know this. I don't know if we should drop down or not. I guess we should. I don't know. Multiple choice.
All right. Written in descending order. A5, B4, C3, D2.
C, final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A5, B4, C3, D2?
I think so. He definitely did it for the first Saw.
Okay.
I think he might have done it for Dead Silence. I think.
Okay.
And I'm pretty
You
sure he
think
didn't
it's-
do it for Insidious. So.
Do you think it's just 2?
Probably 2? Yeah. I'll just do that if you're fine.
Yeah.
D. Final answer.
I think those are the 2 movies. It is 2 movies. I'm pretty
Good
sure
job.
this saw it. So
Okay.
All right. At the end of that half of the round, Great Buttstabbers still in the lead, 14-7. So we will bring the wheel back in.
Go ahead.
Here's your first pin, guys. You get a free respin.
Come on, Phantasm. Phantasm.
God damn
And
it.
you get another free respin.
Phantasm.
I think the wheel's broken.
No.
Phantasm. The 2010s. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
We could do worse. Like, or if you want to go. For,
I feel good with it. Honestly.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, we can maneuver our way even if we go multiple choice
Sure,
on all
yeah.
5. We'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep,
2010s
all right.
we're keeping? All right.
Yep.
All
I was
right.
going to ask you your questions in the 2010s.
All right.
Here's your first question.
Here we go. First question. 2010s. Tucker and Dale versus Evil takes place around what holiday? What U.S. holiday, by the way? Sorry, Dylan.
It's the 4th of July then, after that hint?
No, that's not really a hint.
I haven't seen this, so if we got to check down, that's fine.
I'm pretty sure it's set during the summertime, so 4th of July would make sense. But I think we might as well just check down.
5, 4.
All right. Yeah.
Your multiple choice options are A, 4th of July, B, Labor Day, C, Easter, D, Memorial Day.
Yeah, I think it's 4th of July. The other ones don't really stick out to me from what I remember of that movie. So,
Okay. Yeah, we can go for it.
all right, 4th of July. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Over to A23 for the steal. Options are A, 4th of July, B, Labor Day, C, Easter, D, Memorial Day.
I don't remember much of a holiday attached. You think of anything?
I feel like it's Memorial Day.
Go for it then, yeah.
I'm gonna say D. Memorial Day.
That is correct for the 1-point steal.
Nice.
Well,
It's an absolute banger. You should see it very soon back.
It's a good movie.
I'll put it on my
Great
list.
movie. Yeah,
I'll
great
put it on
movie.
my list.
All right. Question number 2. Who plays Barry Norris, the COO of Belco and highest ranking official on site in the Belco experiment?
Is that Michael Rooker?
I can picture the face. I just can't remember the name.
Can you say what he's been in? Like what?
Like
Answer or repeat in
I
or
can't.
multiple.
Yeah, we might need multiple for this
3.
one
All
too.
right, multiple choice.
All right. Your multiple choice options are A, John C. McGinley, B, Tony Goldwyn, C. Michael Rooker, D. Sean Gunn.
Is it Michael Rooker? That's the main
think-
guy that I know from the movie. He does a lot of like James Gunn related stuff. But
Yeah, like if
Answer or repeat.
we can shoot it if we want.
4,
okay. Michael Rooker, final answer.
2. That is incorrect. Over to A23 for the 1-point seal. A. John C. McGinley. B. Tony Goldwyn. C. Michael Rooker. D. Sean Gunn.
I think he's like a janitor. I was torn between A and B from the get-go without even multiple choice. I'm leaning towards B. What about you?
I've never seen this movie, so if you think it's B, go for
I
it.
know he's the one that kind of takes over. I'm trying to think if it's because they take over McGinley, though.
4.
Fuck. B, final
3.
answer? Goldwyn?
That is correct for the 1-point
Okay.
seal.
Nice.
And you're also correct that Michael Rooker is the janitor. You're also correct.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zach.
You're fine.
All right. Question number 3. Where does Hugh take Jay first on the date we see in It Follows?
It's a
It's-
movie theater, right?
Yep, movie theater. Movie theater. Final answer.
All right. That is correct for 2 points.
And he takes her to a parking garage. Does weird
Yeah.
shit.
How romantic.
It sure does. All right. Penultimate question. Who directed John Dies at the End?
Also directed Phantasm, Don Coscarelli.
That is correct for 2 points.
Ooh, fantastic.
Final answer.
Wait, are you sure you want to let that in?
That is still correct for 2 points.
If the Crazed Buttstabbers hits this for 2, it will be a knockout. Let's see.
Yes.
Guys, come on, let's have fun. Let's keep going.
All right. Final question. After Jonas stabs the Megalodon in The Meg, how is the creature finally killed?
Shit.
Does he like blow it up? I haven't seen it, so
Like I'm trying to picture. Like,
uh-oh.
pretty sure this is the first one that he's talking about.
Answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to use a repeat or go to multiple?
Repeat.
2. All right. After Jonas stabs the Megalodon in The Meg, how is the creature finally killed?
Oh, I think it gets impaled on like a spike at like the bottom of the ocean floor or something like that.
Okay, but is that not what they're referring to in the question here? Or,
5,
Well,
4,
like Jonas
3,
stabs it, and then I
2,
think he repeat.
1.
Yeah, repeat. Sure.
Or
All
extend,
right, repeat.
extend or whatever. Like
After Jonas stabs the Megalodon in The Meg, how is the creature finally killed?
I think like Jonas stabs it, and then I think he like lures it down to like the ocean floor where there's like another spike, and then the thing like stabs itself. Or something
Answer,
like
repeat, or multiple in 5,
All right, if you're comfortable with that, go for it. But yeah,
3.
Impales it on a spike on the ocean floor. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Over to A23 for the 2-point seal. After Jonas stabs the Megalodon in The Meg, how is the creature finally killed?
I like the explosion, but that's his guess. You
I
remember?
don't know this movie.
It's a Jason Statham with a giant ass shower. Why'd I go country?
5,
Man? That was weird.
3,
Explosion.
2,
Final answer.
1. That is incorrect. It wasn't both of those were multiple choice options. The answer is
Really?
eaten by sharks.
oh,
He stabs it, the blood goes in the water, and then a bunch of sharks eat
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's fine. I just wanted to keep playing a little bit.
Yep, that is, that is
Yeah,
it. We're gonna go with that.
Buddy. Zach, you're a good guy.
Moving on to round 3 with love. It's Gone Too Soon, the Austin Pence Hound Memorial synopsis round. Prior to the match, both teams drafted 3 general movie categories. All these choices are in a pool, which either team can select at any time. The team who's trailing will select first, choosing which of the categories they want for a 2-point synopsis question. And then they will move that from the pool and it can't be selected again. If at any point the trailing team takes the lead, control switches to the other team, who will choose categories until they take the lead. Teams progress through a 2-point, a 3-point, and a 5-point question, and play ends when all questions have been asked or one team is mathematically unable to catch up. A23, since you're trailing, you get to choose what category you want for a 2-point question. The categories you could choose from are the 1970s, the 2000s, the 2010s, the 2020s, found footage, and horror comedies. What would you like for a 2-point question?
Comedies, or you want to go decades, or at least newer? I like decades because it's more newer.
So, which category would you like to choose?
I was saying I kind of like the decades. That would guarantee something kind of newer. I like comedies too, but that could skew slightly older potentially. What do you think though?
I definitely think decades would be good for me.
All right, you want to go tens, 20s, O's?
Tens probably.
All right, let's shoot for a 10.
Okay. Since I asked you your questions in round number 2, Aaron will ask you these questions in round number 3. Here is your 2-pointer in the 2010s.
All right. For 2 points, security guard David Dunn uses his supernatural abilities to track Kevin Wendell Crumb, a disturbed man who has 24 personalities.
That is
Glass.
Glass, yeah.
Yeah, Glass. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right. 2010s is now off the board. You have to choose your 3-pointer from the remaining categories: the 1970s, the 2000s, the 2020s, found footage, or horror comedies.
We go 2020s, 2000s.
Let's do 2020s.
All right, let's go for the last 4 years.
All right. 2020s for 3 points. A locket is taken from a fire tower that holds the rotting corpse of Johnny, a vengeful spirit spurred on by a 7-year-old crime. This resurrects him, and he is hell-bent on retrieving it.
You look excited. What is this?
In a Violent Nature. Final answer.
Didn't even need JPO. You can go home. That is correct for 3 points.
I did not. I haven't seen it yet. So yeah. No,
I haven't seen it either, but I remember the synopsis.
I'm glad you knew the synopsis then. Yeah.
All right. And
All right, so we're left with the 1970s, the 2000s, found footage, and horror comedies. What do you want for a 5-pointer?
I'm 50-50 between 2000s and comedies. What do you think?
Let's
stick with decades. You like that?
Let's do 2000s. Yeah.
That's worked so far. 2000s.
All right, it's worked so far. Let's see if it works for the 5-pointer and to take the lead. All right. A group of medical students devise a deadly game to see which one of them can commit the perfect murder.
I'm throwing out a name, not for sure. Like Pathology with Mila Ventimiglia. That's a doctor thing. I don't know if it's a group though. What other doctors?
Repeat
How
or
many
answer?
repeats do we have? Do we have a repeat?
You have 3.
4.
Oh, we still have 3. Then repeat, please.
2. Yep. For 5 points, a group of medical students devise a deadly game to see which one of them can commit the perfect murder.
Oh, isn't Soul Survivor also medical?
I don't know. I don't remember a movie like this at all. So
Shit.
Mhm.
Medical students.
Answer or repeat in 5,
That's more supernatural.
4, 3.
Repeat. I like hanging out with you guys.
For 5 points, a group of medical students devise a deadly game to see which one of them can commit the perfect murder.
A group. We could totally not be anywhere near it too.
Answer or
I feel like
repeat.
pathology is just.
in 5, 4.
Let's use that last repeat. This time, do it in a country accent, Aaron.
Okay. Last repeat here for 5 points.
Thank you.
A group of medical students devise a deadly game to see which one of them can commit the perfect murder.
Well, now
Really
I got
good.
it. That's all I needed.
I was going with General Loveless from Wild Wild West.
Giant spider. All right. I got nothing other than pathology. Is all I can think of. Anything better?
no, I don't have anything.
Pathology. Final answer.
That is correct for 5
Holy shit! I did
points.
have it.
Wow, good
Good
one.
job. Well done.
Almost talked him off it because of the group thing. Really got him.
There are a group of them. Milo Ventimiglia is just the main character, but there's a group of
I
them.
know. Just I can picture. He's only on the poster. I think so. I'm like, is it just him?
I'm not
Maybe
rooting for
so it
anybody,
was.
but that would have been really sad if you talked yourself out.
I know. I almost went Soul Survivor, and I'm like, is that it? Are they medical with that?
So you avoid the TKO with that 5-point pull. Good job, JPO. We're gonna go over to the Crazed Buttstabbers. They do
I'm
get
just
to
happy
do
with that.
a 2-pointer in the 1970s, found footage, or horror comedies. What would you like for a 2-pointer? If you hit any of these, you will win.
So what were you thinking? Like, did you want to do what we did last time and save the decade for our 3-pointer or something? Like,
Yeah, that works for me. I mean, we could, if we want to play risky, just go with the one that we're most confident with first, so that we can ensure that we just get it, like the easy one in the category that is we feel most comfortable in. So like,
I'll
what do you want? We could do 70s for 3. What do you want for 2?
like we could do found footage again if you want.
That sounds good to me. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Found footage for 2. The crew of a Korean horror web series goes to an abandoned asylum for a broadcast. They encounter more than expected as they move deeper inside the nightmarish old building.
It's Ganjam Haunted Asylum.
Okay, go for it.
Ganjam Haunted Asylum. Final answer.
And your winners, the Crazed Buttstabbers. It is Ganjam Haunted Asylum. That is correct. That being said, we'll go to our post-match interviews, starting with our second place finishers. That being A23. Honestly, a lot of people talk a lot of shit about the format here, about how 5-pointers are too hard. But JPO, you did it, man. You're part of it. We'll put your name on the wall.
I saw maybe once pathology.
Yeah, putting a 5-pointer. How you guys feeling?
No, this is fun, man. I love Schae. I love our opponents. They're good dudes here. They have at least eke it to the, at least to the final round. I'm happy to do that as well. Bring them at least to the kind of the end as well. So this is fun as always. Appreciate you guys for writing and hosting.
Yeah. Awesome. You guys had a strong showing in the first match, and I expect good things because you guys played very well. Schae, this is your second match here. How you feeling?
Good. It was still a lot of fun, regardless. These questions are definitely very difficult for me, and it shows I need to brush up on my composers because there's a lot of things I don't know about the composers. But it's definitely a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
All right, well, we'll see you soon. I'm sure we'll bring you guys back in as soon as we possibly can. But we're gonna drop you backstage for a moment. Talk to today's winners. Dylan Vanthuyne, Zach Messinger, Crazed Buttstabbers. We're going to say Crazed Buttstabbers is one more time in this tournament. How you guys feel?
I got a heart attack when we messed up the Meg question. I'm feeling great. Like JPO and Schae, they played great. They're great people, and I'm really looking forward to see what they do in the future. And I'm looking forward to moving on.
Dylan, how about
definitely shout out to them. They played great. It was a great comeback, definitely in round number 3 there. Like I would not have known their 5-pointer, so them nailing that was very impressive. I'm excited for what comes next. This is cool. I wasn't expecting us to go this far in the tournament, I'll be honest, after losing our first match, but I think we're doing good, so I'm happy about it.
I'll tell you this much. You are going to get the winners of the match of the Scream Kings, Hunter Chambliss and Jeremy Adams, and Return, Revenge, Resurrection, which is Dean Manis and Alex Rupp. Any preferences for you guys? Let's play.
I'm fine with playing either. I guess maybe preferably the Scream Kings and such, because Hunter, I've definitely had the pleasure of playing with him, and yeah.
Yeah, and I for one would love to play Dean because I play in a different league where I've hosted a lot of matches that he's played in. I think he's a wonderful dude, and I've never got to actually play him, so I think it'd be a fun time. And the way they're playing it, I know it's going to be really tough because they look pretty scary. So yeah,
all right,
we'll
see what happens, and we'll put all those vibes into that match, which hasn't taped yet, but and it won't even be the second match today, I don't think. But we'll see what happens in the near future. Who you'll be playing soon. Until then, we'll drop you guys back and see you next time. And Aaron, we got another match coming up after the break. So, any last words?
I might be here for it. We'll see which overlay is used for it. Which version of John Maher it is? Is it the singular one? That's the two of us. That's a callback to the beginning of the episode. If you're watching this late into the episode, thank you so much. Enjoy the interlude.
Hello, and thank you for your business. Why not stop by our refreshment stand? We have all kinds of special drinks, but don't take my word for it. Take it away, fellas!
Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, bring a happy time. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time. Popcorn for all, hell's on its way. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time.
2 minutes till showtime. There's still plenty of time to visit the refreshment stand.
Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar.
Intermission with the second half of the show. More action in the second round of the Why We Love Horror Teams tournament. I think these teams, I mean, our giant fan base out there, these are just two fan favorite teams. They're just four lovable, cuddly fellows and all kinds of people. So let's bring in our first team first. It is She Died Dude, Matthew Chen, and the Matriarch Adelaide Spence. How are you guys doing today?
Definitely doing. Luis and Anthony are two interesting players. Maybe the least specific we could have asked for. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing yet.
You did get your categories in there, and they were vocal at the end of their last match about that you guys were going to pick musicals. And
oh no, the great travesty that is watching musicals.
Yeah, Matthew, your thoughts?
No, I mean, I'm excited. Luis and Anthony are both great guys, so we're here to have fun. Probably not going to win, but we'll have fun.
You think you're not going to win? Somebody might have something to say about that. It's over someone scary. Anthony Tisdall, Luis Booz, Anthony.
Don't take my thing. Don't take my thing. No, you definitely have a better chance than us. And also, I like musicals, so I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't.
With it. Well, yeah, he's a music guy. I don't know.
Who is?
You play music. You are in a band. You just don't like.
Oh
music.
Yeah, I am actually. Yeah, cool.
This is going.
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't watched a movie in the last week or so because I've been working Lollapalooza in Berlin. Had a booth there. It was awesome. 30 degrees. Not Fahrenheit.
Celsius.
That's
a nice day.
That's hot.
Oh.
It was fucking awful.
That's hot.
Fucking sucked.
Oh.
I hated the entire weekend, and now I got here, and then it's I'm playing a trivia match. Great.
We
So
talked shit for
cool.
like 20 minutes, and you never mentioned Lollapalooza in the entire build-up to this match. Can we just not film? I want to hear about this.
It didn't come up. I'm sorry, it didn't come up. But yeah, that was my weekend. So I haven't watched a movie. So this is gonna be fun. And Anthony, I know you. You have watched a lot of movies, I presume.
Okay.
Cool. That's what I thought.
Do this. I'm just hoping we get directors and you carry me again. That's my plan.
The most even playing field we've ever seen in Why We Love Horror Trivia. That being said, let me switch myself and Aaron.
Yeah.
We're going to start at the beginning. Round 1 in teams is the whiteboard round. Prior to the match, both teams submitted 4 categories. The round's going to consist of 8 questions from those chosen categories in the order they were drafted. After each question is read, contestants have 15 seconds to write their answers on their whiteboards. When time's up, I'll say pens be put down. I'll call on the player. They'll turn their board around. They'll show their answer. They'll say their answer. Correct answers are worth a point. No penalty for incorrect answers. If you get them all right, there's a 9th bonus question. And for the duration of the match, both teams have 4 repeats and 1 challenge to use at their discretion. Any questions before we get started?
Nuh-uh.
Your first
Enjoy
question
saving
comes.
that bonus question.
Yeah, your first question comes in the category that everyone's talking about, horror musicals. What horror musical features the songs Hang the Bastard, Trapper Song, and Spadoinkle?
I just want to say hello and my first words of this match. Wow. A lot of talking to start out here.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Aaron J is also here for the second half of the match. I mean, there was a we'll talk about it in a second, but I did watch the front room, and you were apparently in it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Spence.
This sounds like some South Park shit. Cannibal the Musical.
And Anthony.
Of course you would write this, John. Cannibal the Musical.
Matthew.
I should probably take a look at what's in the category. I just wrote shock treatment.
And Luis.
Didn't have it.
Cannibal the Musical, yes. Why would I pass up an opportunity to write a Cannibal the Musical question?
You can't pass up.
We'll go to our lovely co-host, co-star of the front room, Aaron J. Brooks.
Thank you very much. Check me out. Question 2, horror comedies. What 1990s horror comedy features supporting performances from Mel Brooks, Anne Bancroft, and Peter MacNicol? I have a proposal.
Is it F. Mary?
I want to start not showing the questions till I'm done reading them because everybody fucking read it and wasn't even listening to me. I don't show up to be ignored, Dan.
Don't worry. Nobody can ignore you.
5. No, I will make sure of that. If you do, it's going to be 1, 3,
I think
4.
your team ain't long enough.
3. I can slow down this countdown. 2, 1. Anthony, go ahead.
Dracula Dead and Loving It.
All right. Matthew.
Dracula Dead and Loving It.
All right. Luis Navidad.
Dracula Dead and I Don't Have It.
That's a good joke. Adelaide.
I love seeing a Mel Brooks question today.
All right. And 3 of you have it correct. It's Dracula Dead and Loving It.
Moving on to John Carpenter. What color is the liquid containing the essence of the devil in Prince of Darkness?
Challenge. I'm colorblind.
Ooh, I love this challenge.
I think they say the color in the movie, so count it.
Ah, shit. Oh.
Fuck you, Luis.
It was worth a try. I don't know.
I like it. I like the effort.
We'll get to that question you had for me next question, John.
Yeah.
Again, chatty bunch tonight.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Matthew.
Rachel has a great green goo list.
And Luis.
I had yellow.
And Adelaide.
I did have red-green color blindness for Luis. I got the wrong one.
And Anthony.
I guessed green.
Green is correct. It's
cool. So Anthony is carrying us tonight.
This is weird. This doesn't feel
Yeah,
right.
this is the reverse. Okay, so go ahead. You can start reading it and go ahead.
Yeah, I'm quiet tonight. Anthony's doing good. It's all confusing. Question number 4. You've already started writing. 1990s. Where does Michael, Brad Dourif's character, work in urban legend? We should just have a show where we just put the questions up, don't say anything. Everybody just writes. That'd be great to watch.
Some people were giving me grief that they wanted the questions on screen. Then I put the questions on screen and they don't listen to Aaron. It's like, it's an unfair world.
Yeah.
I gotta blame. Is this Biden's fault? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Okay, just making sure.
100%.
Thanks, Obama.
4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Luis.
Shop for fishing utilities.
Spence.
I don't know.
Bookstore.
Anthony.
I guess a radio show?
And Matthew.
I said gas station.
Gas station is correct.
Go, man.
It's a great scene.
I couldn't remember if that was that character, but
Moving on to the wide world and ever widening world of A24. What's the name of the film that Maxine is cast in Maxine?
Sorry.
I honestly didn't even know this came out yet.
I do like that my film debut was in an A24 film in the front row. Again,
I don't know if that was your film debut. I just know that you're in it, and you don't look anything like the way you look. The prosthetics.
You Catherine Hunter?
He's Aaron J. Brooks.
No. Look me up. I'm on Letterboxd.
4, 3.
I'll make you a strength.
I look way different.
Hands down. We'll start with Spence.
The Puritan 2.
Yes.
And Anthony.
I guess Farmer's Daughter.
And she'd already been cast in that by that time. Matthew.
I said the Puritan with Roman numerals too.
Yeah.
And Luis.
I watched it, but I didn't have it.
The Puritan 2 is correct.
Yes.
Moving back over to Aaron.
All right, question number 6 in directors. Who directed 2018's Truth or Dare, Fantasy Island, Imaginary? I tried to read that one a little quicker.
What's this no talent hack's name?
That's what a lot of these director questions turn into, because we don't ask about the good directors, so then we're just not.
What is this person they keep letting direct's name?
I feel like his name, without giving hints, is a perfect name for him.
It is exactly a perfect name.
It's exactly what he is. Sorry, no hints. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry if I hinted to it for anybody. We're Adelaide? Anthony, sorry.
Unless he's green. I just said David Gordon Green because he does hard stuff.
That's a good guess. Matthew Chen.
I couldn't pull anything.
All right. Luis Navidad.
Nah.
And Adelaide.
The biggest hack I know, John Maher.
You son of a bitch.
-5.
No, the answer is Mr. Jeff Wadlow. Perfect name.
Sure.
Yeah. Isn't that what you guess a hack director's name would be? Wadlow?
Yeah, he's definitely a wad. Moving on to number 7. Oscar-nominated horror. Who plays the CEO of the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, Peter Weyland, in Prometheus?
Giving Anthony a fucking fandom question.
I'm not good at fandom either.
And this is definitely not an Anthony.
He won a match 2 days ago as of release.
If I could think of a non-Anthony movie.
He didn't want to win the match. I can tell you he did not want to win. I was there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heads down. We'll go to Matthew first.
Is Guy Pearce in this movie?
And Luis.
Very generous. Christopher Plummer.
And Adelaide.
Old age makeup, Guy Pearce.
And Anthony.
Cool.
I thought old age makeup, so I said Gary Oldman, but it's definitely Guy Pearce.
It is Guy Pearce. That is correct.
Really?
And the final question of the round.
Yep. Question 8, 2010s. How did Norman's daughter die prior to the events of Don't Breathe? I can't see right now because the sun is blinding myself.
Yeah, that is dead ass in your face.
I guess.
You have sun there? Shit.
Yeah, it's 6:20 in the evening here.
The spotlight is on Aaron J. Brooks.
Where am I going? Oh, sorry, I forgot to count down. I started seeing blister in the sun. It's not even that. It's coming through the door.
We'll start with Luis.
This might be the one point I get. Car accident.
And Adelaide.
A car accident?
And Anthony.
Yeah, car accident.
And Matthew.
I didn't know. I said drown.
Car accident is correct. Never sober someone's scary, cutting into the lead a little bit, but at the end of round number 1, she died. Dude is in the lead 10-5. Matthew nailing a 6er in that round, which doesn't happen.
That's pretty good.
So let's talk about it. Moving on to round number 2. All those categories, they're on a wheel now. She died dudes gonna have the honors if they want to spin first or defer to their opponent. teams will spin the wheel. They all get one chance spinning it. You can spin. If you like it, you can keep it. If you're not, you can get a respin. Whatever you settle on, you're going to get 5 2-point questions in that category. You can ask for multiple choice. Question then becomes worth 1 point. Please say final answer after your answer so I know you guys are done talking about it. But if you get a question wrong, your opponent can steal for the current point value of the question. So let me bring in the old wheel, which I didn't put backstage. There it is.
I feel like we got more points today than we did in our last match already.
Yeah, already. Yep.
All right, categories on the wheel today. We got horror musicals, horror comedies, John Carpenter, 1990s, A24, directors, Oscar-nominated horror after 2007 and later. I just didn't want to write all that shit. And the 2010s. Do you guys want to spin first or defer to Never Sober, Somewhat Scary?
I'm feeling confident. This is a good wheel, but I'm still leaning second, but I'm not certain.
I think based on round 1, I'm like, okay, I think I do better in general horror questions. So,
do you want to go first and pray we don't get dicked?
I don't know. Let's let them go first.
All right.
We rarely have this option. So.
Go ahead, hunkies.
I don't think we had this option ever. Maybe once.
You guys get
really quick.
A24. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
I mean, how do it feel?
I've seen like a few, but definitely not enough. But how do you feel about A24?
I don't think I'm familiar enough with most of them, so
then I would say there's not that much awful on here.
Yeah, that's our respin.
We're spinning again.
Come on, musicals. The one time.
I didn't know you were allowed.
Go! Fuck!
Horror comedies. Horror comedies.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
could go either way.
Aaron, do you want to do horror comedies? Or do you want me to read horror comedies?
I don't know if I really want to talk to the two of them after spinning off A24. I don't know if that was allowed.
Fuck you, Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna read these questions.
I was about to say, give me the questions.
This is escalating quickly. I'm gonna read these questions. I can't stand
as
off
things
Aaron
do
Luis.
between Luis and I as people.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Oh, that's a hard callback. Anyway, your first question.
Jesus.
In the cabin in the woods, Marty has a bomb that collapses down to resemble what other item?
Isn't it just like a mug, like a coffee?
Yeah,
like
a coffee mug,
container?
right?
Coffee mug, yeah. All right, coffee mug. Final answer.
That is correct. Your second question. What is the specific job of Puckman Livingston, Jay Chandrasekhar's character in Club Dread?
He's a tennis instructor.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, tennis instructor. Final answer.
That is correct.
Great movie.
Yeah, I love that movie.
And I said Jay Chandrasekhar correct on the first try. Take that, everybody. Your third question. What Saturday Night Live alum plays Jesse's colleague and fellow comedian Miles in Spree?
Oh.
Do you have any idea?
SNL alum, Jesse's colleague. On multiple choice.
Because I've never seen it.
Multiple choice.
Oh, okay.
Multiple choice, guys? Here we go.
Yes, multiple choice.
Is it A, Taron Killam, B, Kyle Mooney, C, Mikey Day, or D, Chris Red?
For some reason, Kamuni. Oh no, I don't think it's maybe it's Kalmuni.
I'll go for it. I have no idea.
Kalmuni, final answer.
It's Kyle Mooney.
Oh,
It's definitely Kyle Mooney. It's that little guy.
I actually don't know who that is.
Brigsby Bear.
Brigsby Bear.
He directed Brigsby Bear.
Director of Y2K.
Y2K. Rachel Zegler.
Your fourth question, your penultimate question, as some of the kids say. Though revealed to be alive shortly into the movie, the other characters in Theater of Blood are convinced Edward Lionheart killed himself in what manner?
How familiar are you with Theater of Blood?
Not at all.
Cool. Same. Do you want to go multiple or just say something?
Let's go multiple.
Multiple. Okay.
All right. A, jumped to his death. B, poisoned himself. C, laid down on train tracks. Or D, shot himself.
I mean, for some reason, hung stuck out to me initially, so jump to his death kind of was the first thing that popped up. Because if it's a theater, then I feel like he would go, but I don't know.
Let's do this. I don't know, man.
I don't know. A, final answer.
A is correct.
Hey.
He jumps off a
Good
balcony
job,
into
Holy shit.
the Thames.
Luis, watch Theater of Blood. You'll love it.
Into the Thames, he drowned.
No, but he hasn't died. the fall definitely would have killed him. Anywho,
Okay.
your final question in the category: who directed Zombieland and Zombieland Double Tap?
That's Ruben Fleischer.
Sure.
Ruben Fleischer, final answer.
That is correct.
They have directors in another category. Is that not a conflict of interest?
Yeah, we're not that. Yeah.
Okay.
First of all,
Because we write the question. Yeah.
All right. Man, pacing looks weird today. Anyhow, I'll make this down.
We like that fun here. Sorry.
Let's bring that wheel back in.
Brutal.
She died, dude. Here's your. Oh, by the way, 13-10 now in favor of Never Sober, Someone Scary. She died, dude. Here's your first.
That's a pretty good round for us.
It was a great round.
Yeah.
And you get John Carpenter. Do
How you feeling, Matthew? You want to spider monkey this shit?
All right, let's take it.
Yeah,
Okay.
spider monkey.
Right.
We are going back. I think this is the second match in a row. You guys have spun ye old John Carpenter.
John Carpenter quickly becoming a category I'm becoming an expert in. Here. So, good luck to you both. Are you ready for question number 1?
Yeah.
All right. Question number 1. You can find North Bend Psychiatric Hospital in what John Carpenter film?
It's The Ward.
Go for it.
The Ward, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Question number 2. What was the final John Carpenter directed movie where he also contributed to the score?
I don't think I know this one. So
Let's just, you want to work backwards? Like what, like last movie? Let's like go through what.
Trying to think in my
repeat.
I just don't know the composers for all of those movies, so it might be better to just go multiple.
4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, The Ward, B, Ghost of Mars, C, Vampires, D, Village of the Damned.
I mean, it can't be The Ward. I don't think it would be The Ward. Yeah. I mean, the one like right before The Ward is Ghost of Mars, so maybe it's that one.
I think it's a fine estimate. If you think that's right, go for it.
Ghosts of Mars, final answer.
That is correct for 1. And I am going to give the same answer to 2 questions very soon. So that logic is not going to work.
Whoa.
That logic. All right. Anyways, I will become tricky in that way. All right. Question number 3. In what state does the fog take place?
I've heard this before.
I want to go multiple choice here.
I know I'm good with that. Yeah.
Okay, multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, North Carolina, B, South Carolina, C, Washington, D, California.
Actually,
Isn't
I
that
might just
crazy?
be California. Yeah.
I thought the Mist was California, so maybe I'm just like flipping them in my head.
California stands out to me.
I think I might be off, so I think that's a good place to go.
Repeat in.
California, final answer.
That is correct for.
Okay, yes, I did.
If you know who wrote The Mist, you know what state it takes place in.
I know who wrote. I know where the Mist. Let's not talk about the Mist. Question number 4. Who plays Blair, the senior biologist of the crew in The Thing, and the last crew member that we see merged with The Thing?
That's Wilfred Brimley.
Yep.
Wilfred Brimley, final answer.
That's correct for 2 points. And your final question in the category. In the opening of Halloween, we see Michael Myers commit his first murder in what decade?
This is a fandom movie, so I'm going to go to you.
60s? I think it's literally 1961. I think if you want to shoot for 2, we can, but I'm fine going multiple.
What's the score?
We're up by 3.
You're
You
very
want to
much
shoot
up.
for 2?
Are you okay if I shoot for 2?
Answer 5.
Sure, go for it. I'm trusting you.
1960s, final answer.
And that is correct for.
Yeah.
It was 1963, by the way, not 1961. But
He was born in 61. That's what it was. Okay.
But very good round by both teams there.
Yes.
Showing that you don't need to watch movies to do well in movie trivia. Good job.
That's right. That is correct. But we're moving on to round number 3. Round number 3, as always, with love, the Austin Pez Howell Memorial Synopsis Round. Prior to this match, both teams drafted 3 general movie categories. These 6 categories are in a pool from which either team can select at any time. The team who's trailing will select first, choosing which of the categories they want for a 2-point question. That category is then removed from the pool forever. If at any point the trailing team takes the lead, control switches to the other team, who will then choose categories from the remaining 5 categories, so on and so forth. Teams move through a 2, 3, and 5-point question. They collaborate on all of them, and play ends when I've asked 6 questions, or one team is mathematically unable to catch up. We're going to start with Never Sober, somewhat scary. The categories you can choose from for a 2-point question: 1960s and earlier, the 2010s, the 2020s, foreign language horror, horror comedies, and psychological thrillers. What would you like for a 2-point question?
Anthony?
I mean, do you think you can do foreign language for like 3 maybe? Like, do you want to do?
Yes, I do think we can do that for 3.
Do you want to do something simpler for the 2? Like I don't know. I already forgot what the categories were. So can you put them in the chat or something so I can remember?
I can do that.
That'd be cool.
We'll just read them again. So it's 60s and earlier, the 2010s, the 2020s, foreign language, horror comedies, and psychological thrillers.
I don't know. It's a 2-pointer. Do you want to take like 20s or something, or like there's only one here that's not.
Let's do 20s for.
Since we get to pick first.
Yeah, let's do 20s for.
Okay, we'll do 20s.
All right, we're gonna start with the 2020s, and Aaron, since you're the other fellows, there are questions you can read of these guys. There, 2020s for 2. Here we go.
2020s for 2 here. A girl travels through America and meets a disenfranchised drifter. All the roads lead to their terrifying past and a final stand that will determine whether love can survive their otherness.
I have no idea. Terrifying past that final stand.
Repeat or answer him.
Is this Love Lies Bleeding?
I don't think that's a horror movie, is it? Repeat.
Repeat.
That's your first repeat.
For 2 points, a girl travels through America and meets a disenfranchised drifter. All roads lead to their terrifying past and a final stand that will determine whether love can survive their otherness.
They covered it on their show, so I
mean, maybe the otherness makes me think that they're actually like vampires or something, but I don't know. If you want to try Love Lies Bleeding, that's fine. I think it was a horror movie,
might as well.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Love Lies Bleeding, final answer.
That is incorrect. It's Bones and All.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
All right,
Awesome.
stays with you guys for the 3-point. The 3 and 5 are your choices, but 3-pointer first here.
Let's do foreign language, right?
Yeah, that sounds
good. For 3 points in foreign language. Residents of a rundown French apartment building battle against an army of deadly, rapidly reproducing spiders.
Oh, I know this. This is, I believe, one of the titles. There are multiple. Is Vermin.
Oh, I mean, I have no idea. So if you want to go
Vermin, final answer.
That is correct.
Nice.
Vermins or infested.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Good job. All right. So we have horror comedies, psychological thrillers, or 2010s. I would imagine for the 5. Which one do you feel the best about?
Probably 2010s.
I can. Yeah, I've seen a decent amount in that. I think that's probably safe if we want to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
2010s. Yep.
All right. 2010s for 5 points. Peter Cotton, a scientist that works rabbits to cure infertility, learns the military wishes to use his work to make super soldiers. He is bitten by a mutant test rabbit and turns evil. This is a real movie.
Wild. The rabbits that cure fertility. Bitten by a mutant test rabbit and turned that fucking insane. And this is in the 2010s. Do you have any idea?
No.
4.
All right, well, go ahead and repeat that again. Let's listen to this fucking.
All right, great. I get to stumble over this again. Peter Cotton, a scientist that works rabbits to cure infertility. Wow. Learns the military wishes to use his work to make super soldiers. He is bitten by a mutant test rabbit and turns evil.
I love how his name's Peter Cotton, like Peter Cottontail. That's just great writing. Dude, this is absurd.
No.
I have no idea what this is. Like Were Rabbit, I guess we could say, or I don't know.
Yeah,
Bloody
might
Bunny.
as well say that.
Yeah, whatever. Were Rabbit. Final answer. I don't fucking know what this is.
And your winners. She died, dude. Or she's dead, dude. Whatever it is.
We died, dude.
Rontail is the answer.
Oh,
that's a
Rontail, a Joe Bob special. So sorry about that.
There's no way that was theatrically released.
With that being that, okay. First of all, I'm really tired of all this Payson Johnson acting activity in my league, so I'm gonna just drop the winners backstage. Anthony, Luis, you did okay. How you feeling?
I mean, we lost, but I don't know. We did good enough, I think. First round was whatever. Second round was great. Third round was, again, whatever. So this was not even a match where I would say, oh, we were so terrible. It was just like, just
you were out in the sun all weekend baking, apparently, and dehydrated.
Oh, yeah.
Abused by the weather. So I feel you have a litany of things you can fall back on as to why this happened.
Yeah, but I won't. We just fucking lost. Like, who gives a shit? Like, the two of them played better than the two of us. It's that easy.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, I would say, I would like to say the two of them, but Matthew just put Spence on his back and just carried that team because he did great round one. Spence did great round one as well, but I mean, Matthew just crushed everything. That was ridiculous. And we even had our best round too. Well, I actually was able to answer a question this time. We didn't get directors for once. And those are two, I mean, whatever the hell that 2010s movie was, that's wild.
I hadn't heard of that.
But no, that's because it's like in the Sharknado in the Walmart, like $5 bin. But hey, it is what it is. I like playing with Elise. It's fun. This is just a good time. She Died Dude played excellent, and they deserve that win because they did really well.
We will probably see you guys back in singles before we have you back in teams. So
Cool.
the cycle's coming back around again. So we'll see you guys soon.
Cool.
All right. Dropping you guys back. Bringing today's winners. Moving on to the semifinals of the tournament. She Died Dude. Let me ask you the question that's on at least my mind. You two came in here and you were not confident. You're still not confident. Compared to Anthony, you're freaking the most bravado I've ever seen. But you weren't confident against normal folks. But I think now after these last two performances, how are you feeling? Is it changing?
I think there's two benefits to this. Number one, they picked general categories that we have seen. Like, we know kind of shit that came out in the past 15 years. That's kind of nice. It's nice to know. Also, I get to write his sexy hunky coattails in a category that he studied a bunch. So for now, until Carpenter gets fucking deep as shit, maybe then he might do good at it. It's nice. It's good. I get to look at his face once every couple weeks. Pure benefits.
Matthew, your opinion too. And then
I think it definitely helped that they picked general categories so that it just happened to be a horror comedy that I knew or a 90s movie that I've seen. It just worked out. And then we got lucky with John Carpenter.
Yeah. We do not know who you two are playing next. But we do know it will be the winner of either Black Shabbat, which is the super team of Abby Brooks and Jake Meltzer, or Trapped to Perfection, those dark horses of all dark horses, Henry Confidential and Austin Pezhau. Who would you guys like to see? What's your prediction for that match?
I better be fucking hanging out with Jake Meltzer. I don't care about anything else. I just need to see. I think that is a team that, like, I think they're fun to watch. I think hanging out with them would be cool. I think I'd enjoy studying their movies if I have the time to watch movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's the other team.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. We'll see. We'll see if you have to watch those movies or Saw. We'll see. But we'll drop you guys backstage. And we'll put a bow on it. That is the end of this week's Wide World Horror Trivia double episode. Aaron, how you feeling at the end of all that?
Yeah, it ended up being a really great match. Both teams did well, particularly in round two. But even round one, 6-4 from She Died Dude, very impressive. And
I thought we were going to see a perfect round from Matthew. I was like, but I didn't want to say anything because that always jinxes people. So I just kept my mouth shut. And
I mean, but I do think they're a very good team. Like both these teams are very good. They never sober, always scary, or sometimes scary, whatever it is. They're a very good team as well. They've made it deep into tournaments, and they're always going to be around. So I'm looking forward to having them back. And then She Died Dude, whoever they face in the next round, I think that's an awesome matchup. So very excited to see what progresses here. And I'm glad I'm not playing anymore.
Fantastic. Well, if you made this part of the video, like, comment, subscribe, share, go to the Facebook group Why We Love Horror. TikTok is WWL Horror. Vote for me in the Face of Horror competition. Let me throw that banner up there and plug myself a little bit. Why the hell not? There it is. Vote for me on that website. I think everybody who's in this video should be voting for me daily on that website, telling all their family and friends to go to that website. That's what we should be doing. Anyway, Mondays is versus Tuesdays Horror Headlines Live. Wednesdays is a special edition. If you're watching this, you missed Aaron screaming and yelling about Beetlejuice 2 days ago. Why We Love Horror is always on Thursdays. Next week, we're doing Speak No Evil, I believe, unless Aaron hates it so much we have to do another special edition, but look forward to that. And then every Friday, you're watching it. Why We Love Horror Trivia. I am John Maher. That is Aaron Brooks. For Matthew Schae, for Adelaide Spence, for Louise Boos, for Anthony Tisdall, and all the folks watching out there. We appreciate your patronage and want you to stop on by next week, too.
Game over.
I'll fucking kill you!